Before I start, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear if anyone else has gone through something like this. Trust me, this story is going to hit hard. It all began on an ordinary Thursday evening. She looked at me with that faint, familiar smile, the one that always made me believe everything was okay, and said, "I'll be right back." I nodded, casually, not sensing anything off. "Take your time," I said with a shrug and smile. I didn't know it yet, but those words would haunt me for weeks. At first, everything seemed normal. She left, and I went about my night, cooking dinner and scrolling through my phone. But as hours passed, I noticed little things. Her perfume lingered in the hall longer than usual. The bed felt colder, and my phone kept buzzing with notifications. Her texts, which she usually sent immediately, were delayed or absent. My heart started tightening in ways I couldn't explain. I brushed it off. She's probably just running late, I told myself. But deep down, an uneasy thought was creeping in. I began noticing small, strange behaviors. Her phone would light up, and she'd quickly slide it into her bag when I entered the room. She laughed at messages she didn't show me, and occasionally, she'd step out abruptly, claiming she needed air. Days went by like this. My mind raced between reality and paranoia. Did I imagine the distance growing between us? Was I being overprotective? I started replaying our moments together. The laughter, the shared jokes, the gentle touches, and wondered if they had ever been real or just part of facade. Every memory suddenly felt fragile, like glass I could shatter with one careless thought. Then the text came. At 2:13 a.m., while I was asleep on the couch, my phone vibrated violently. I picked it up and froze. It wasn't from her. It was from a name I didn't recognize. A single message. "Meet me tonight. Don't tell him." My chest tightened. I stared at the screen. Numb, that familiar fear I had been suppressing finally found a voice. I didn't confront her immediately. Instead, I watched. I watched her behavior, her patterns, every small detail I had once ignored. I noticed she started leaving her messages unread when I was nearby. She laughed differently on the phone, quieter, almost guilty. I tried to rationalize it. Maybe it's work, maybe she's stressed, but the gnawing in my gut refused to be silenced. One evening, I followed her. I didn't say a word. I parked down the street and watched her slip into a small cafe I had never noticed before. And there he was, another man, smiling at her the way I used to. Watching them together was like stepping into a nightmare. My hands shook, my heart pounded, but I didn't move. I had to see the truth, even if it destroyed me. When she finally came home, I asked the question I had been avoiding. "Where were you today?" My voice was calm, but every syllable carried the weight of my fear. She hesitated, her eyes darting away. And in that pause, I saw everything: guilt, regret, fear. She confessed, her voice barely above a whisper. "I didn't mean for it to happen. I didn't know how to tell you." Betrayal felt different than I imagined. It wasn't just the act. It was a deception. The lies stitched into our everyday life, the small moments I had cherished that now felt hollow. I remembered how she used to leave little notes in my bag, always saying she loved me. Were they lies too, or just the last pieces of a love that had faded without warning? The days that followed were quiet, heavy with unspoken words. We tried talking, tried reasoning, but every sentence felt like a step deeper into pain. I realized that love wasn't enough to fix trust that had been broken. And somewhere deep inside, I found a strange clarity. I couldn't hate her. I had loved her too much. But I couldn't let her betrayal define my life either. The turning point came one evening when I finally spoke, not with anger, but with calm. "I need to move forward. You need to figure out who you are without hiding from me or yourself." She nodded, tears slipping down her cheeks, and for the first time, I felt like I was reclaiming myself. The weight lifted slightly, though the scar remained. I packed her things and watched her leave. There was no shouting, no dramatic finale, just a quiet door closing behind her. I sat alone for a long time, thinking of the memories that stung and the lessons learned. I realized that betrayal doesn't just break trust. It shapes you, sharpens your instincts, and forces you to confront your own heart. Weeks later, I began to rebuild my life. Slowly. I returned to routines I had neglected, spent time with friends, and learned to value my own company. And though the pain lingered, it was accompanied by a newfound strength, the kind you gain when you survive the worst someone you love could do to you. So, if you've ever been in a place where love and betrayal collided, know this. The heartbreak doesn't define you. How you rise after, that's the story worth telling. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your stories, your heartbreaks, and your moments of finding strength when someone you trusted let you down.